Hello everyone, I'm Adam Dotson and I'm the Hospitality Guest Services Specialist here at the Blennerhassett Hotel. And among other things that I do, I'm also the florist here at the hotel. And so Valentine's, is just right around the corner, and we have several different varieties of floral bouquets that we're offering this year for Valentine's Day. And today I would like to show you one of our floral arrangements, one that we actually use here at the hotel for our romance packages, and it's in a 5-inch, one of our etched 5-inch glass vases that we have here at the Blennerhassett. But this is also going to be one of the ones. Later on we'll have a sheet that tells what we will have to offer. But this here's the number 2, and it's being offered this Valentine's Day here at the Blennerhassett for $90. So I'm going to show you today how we put this floral arrangement together. We got in all of our fresh florals this morning, all of our beautiful roses, some baby's breath, and some couple different types of ruscuses. So this is a pretty simple arrangement to make, but it's very beautiful as well, especially with the Blennerhassett signature logoed vase that we have. And this here's the 5-inch square vase. So, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you all how we put together this floral arrangement. And what I've done, we start off actually with our 5-inch glass vase, and I took some clear florist tape and went around the edges and then crisscrossed it here on the top, and then I go back around it, so it's basically just around the top edge of the vase. And when we get the flowers in there and the greenery, you won't see any of the tape. So what we've got here, I filled this up with water. It's about an inch and a half almost from the top, and I put some crystal Floral Life food in here, liquid, and it really does wonders. And these florals will last you for almost 2 weeks. Most of our flowers do. So, and of course we've got some lovely hearts in there for Valentine's Day. And this is like I said, this is our signature floral arrangement that we have here at the Blennerhassett Hotel. So we're going to go ahead and begin, and I'm going to show you how we do our signature floral arrangement. And we're going to start off with actually, we've got the florist tape on here, we've got it filled with water with our food and some little plastic heart decorations. And what we're going to do to start off today, we have actually, this here is actually Israeli ruscus, and we've got 3 stems of that. We have some fresh large gyp baby's breath, as it's called in the floral world, and we've also got us some beautiful red roses. We've got 6 of these, and so we're going to start off and make our arrangement. And always remember, when you're cutting greenery and flowers, you want to make sure the leaves aren't down in the water. That's something to prevent if you can. And you want to make sure you're cutting at an angle, not straight across, but at an angle, doing floral arrangements. Alright, so when you're cutting greenery and roses, you don't want to ever cut across the stem like this. You want to cut it at an angle like this, so you get a nice angle. And as soon as flowers and items like this are cut, they start to heal over, so you want to get them in water as fast as possible. But that's what you always want to make sure to do, is you're cutting at an angle like that. And I usually trim these off because I'm not going to want the leaves down in the water. And that's the first thing I'm going to do here, is get all of my florals, actually my greenery, my Israeli ruscus cut. And this here is going to be the basis for our flower arrangement that we're making today. So I would suggest for Valentine's Day that you give us a call as soon as possible and get those orders put in, because we are limited on supplies, and we want to make sure that we're able to fulfill as many orders as possible. And so the sooner the better, get those orders called in to us. So we got our greenery. This is our base for our floral arrangement, and I usually like to work with the edge, the front of it towards me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just place these in the grades, and you can see here that we do this. It sort of holds the flowers and the leaves and the greenery and everything in place, and it doesn't move around, and you can work more a little bit better this way. And you notice we're trying to keep as many of those leaves out of the water as possible, because leaves in the water will start the bacteria to grow. But like I said earlier, we put the Floral Life clear food in here, and it does a great job and it will keep your flowers for a couple of weeks at least. So, all right, so we got those in there. What we're gonna do, this is the most wonderful stuff. This is plant polish, and it's green glow. It's been around since the early 1950s. And this is what you may get flowers from the florist, and you'll see they're really shiny. Well, this stuff here, it doesn't take much. You just give them a little spray, and you can see now how shiny the leaves are. And that is all you gotta do. So there's our vases. We've got our greenery in here. Now we're gonna take our roses, and we've got 6 of them. And I like to usually take the outer petal out and take a look at these. They've got a little bit of brown or something on them. Sometimes the outer leaves aren't really part of the rose. And so you can remove these, 1 or 2 on the outside. And I like to prep them like that first and just check them and make sure that everything looks good before we trim them down. So get all of those off of there. Like I said, it doesn't take too long to. Flower arranging really is a lot of fun, especially for wildflowers, or if you're having a dinner party or something like that. It's really fun to be able to get creative and to do arrangements for your guests that'll be coming. So what I'm doing now, and I said earlier we're going to cut these at an angle. You're going to cut your rose, as you can see here, we're going to cut it on an angle and leave about that much of the stem. And I like to keep a trash can close by because it can be messy when it comes to making floral arrangements. So we've got our roses, there's 3, and I like to do it over the trash can if at all possible, because it can get pretty messy sometimes when you're doing flowers. I actually probably learned to arrange flowers. I grew up on a farm just outside of town here, and so especially in the springtime, the daffodils would be blooming, and I would always go out and pick flowers for my grandmother, and so she loved that, and she always did say, boy, Adam, you really do know how to set a table. So I'll take that as a compliment from my grandma. Okay, so let's go ahead back to the flower arrangement now. And so we've got our green base in here, and what we're going to do, and like I said, I'm keeping it the front of it toward me, and I'm going to put these flowers in here and sort of arrange them around in the vase, and we got 6 of them. So I like to kind of put 1 in the middle and then do 1 on each corner and on the side, and at the end you can see, maybe it is better if I turn that around there a little bit towards you all so you can see, and you can just kind of jiggle them into place there, and they stay pretty well, but that's why we use the clear florist tape, so it's going to hold these into position. So the last thing we're going to do now is we have our baby's breath here, and we're going to finish off this arrangement with some baby's breath, and we're going to trim the pieces down so they're fairly small, but large enough that we can work with them in the flower arrangement. So we're trimming these down, and I love baby's breath. It really is beautiful. It depends on the type of arrangement you're making. Baby's breath always does look well with roses, especially. We're trimming this down, and I think we probably have enough there to do what we need to do. So now we're going to take the baby's breath, and we're going to I like to start on the corners and just kind of tuck it in there, give it a little tuck. Baby's breath, you can work with it pretty easily, and so we're just tucking that in on the corners, just like that. And you want to invest in a really good pair of pruning shears or florist scissors. These are really, really good to have when you're, if you're into the flower making business and you're doing a lot of arrangements. And so this here's coming together. We're just about finished with the baby's breath in here. And we got 1 more piece here we're going to stick down in there. We'll put it over here. So see, now this is the first one we started out with, and then here we have the completed one, and this is our number 2 floral arrangement. It's our signature arrangement that, like I said earlier, we use for our romance packages here at the Blennerhassett Hotel. And then this here is going to be the number 2 arrangement that we're going to be offering for Valentine's Day. So it was great fun showing you all how to do this today. And like I said earlier, please call and get those floral arrangements ordered now, because we are limited on supplies. And so we will have everything posted and out there for you all, so you can see the different types of flower arrangements we have here this Valentine's Day that we'll have to offer. So thank you very much, and you all have a wonderful day.